Capricorn. I got that song in my head, More Than a Feeling. Who sings it again? More than a feeling. Is it CCR? Anyways, I'm getting that song in my head like crazy. More than a feeling. I had more than a feeling to do this reading, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Capricorn. All right, we're going to start you off. You're the beginning. I always, for some reason, start with the wheel of the year. I don't start with the wheel of the zodiac for some reason. I just figured that out the other day. I'm like, why do I start with Capricorn? Oh, because it's the beginning of the year. But it's not the beginning of the zodiac year. That's Aries. So I don't know why I start with Capricorn. I guess we're all wired differently. Fucking More Than a Feeling. I always think of that song. Well, I hear it all the time on the radio, but whenever I think of that song, I always think of Zookeeper. And all the animals are singing it at the end. Such a cute movie. I love animals. So you will often hear me talking about animals. And I don't even own any. Isn't that amazing? It's like I respect animals so much, I don't even have any because I don't have the time to look after them. So I can't buy one unless I feel like I can't buy a pet unless I'm home. You know, like how do you have a pet and just leave it all the time? Like, no offense, I'm just asking, like hypothetically speaking. How do you have a cat or a dog and like leave it all the time, you know? I mean, I guess that's what people do. You have to work. I would feel so lonely if I had to spend the whole day by myself. So I'm like, I can't just get an animal. I was thinking about getting a fish. I really love betas. I had a beta fish when I was younger, and it lasted for like 10 years. All my friends were like, when is this fish gonna die? I'm like, I don't know. I kept him in the dark, and he lived forever. Like, betas live in the dark. Like, that's kind of what they want. They live in swamps, and I didn't really know that. And he had the perfect, it was in the dark, and I had a lot of plants in his little fish pond. So he was massive. I fed him like 3 times a day. He was at least a few ounces. Like, he was big. And then one day he just died. I was like, yo, bro, you have to die. I can't have you anymore. Like, I was moving out and I'm like, I can't just bring you around the world with me. And then he died. It's like he knew he had to die. And I wish I could remember his name because I had a name for him. And I don't remember now. I did have an albino rabbit named Cotton who also died. He ate too much. Or did I kill him? Wow, this is weird. So I had this overwhelming feeling to use these Carnival Carnage cards for some reason today. And so get this. We have Hall of Mirrors. Okay. I think somebody sees themselves in the mirror and it's not right. It's distorted. This is so we got strong man, but like in limbo, almost kind of like upwards. And then whip cracker. Which is cracking the whip. So what I'm getting is, I'm almost getting like dysmorphia. So there are syndromes out there. that can take the place of a demon, right? And when you look in the mirror, you'll see the demon. You don't see yourself. You'll see what's hiding. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Oh. Yo, this is kind of scary. Which I don't say scary very often. I don't do scary readings. This reading is scary. Okay, so this thing, something is definitely on somebody. It's Magician in reverse. Okay, so it's using you like this. It's making you put on this show for them. You know what was weird? I was just watching when orcas go wrong. Like yesterday I watched tigers mauling their zookeepers, and today I watched orcas attacking their instructors, because animals fight back. Right? Like if they're being abused, which they are in places like SeaWorld, those like, and look it up, okay, those belugas and those sea lions, they're all on massive antidepressants. So then they can stay alive in the tank and won't just die. They have to put them on happy pills. Okay? That's why some of them look happy in those places. It's because they're on happy pills. This person put you on happy pills. If you're on antidepressants, this is why. Or if you drink a lot, if you suppress your emotions, okay? That's what I'm getting. Suppressing emotions. This thing, okay, that's taken a hold of somebody. We got tattooed woman here. So you could have a lot of tattoos, feminine energy. I think it's a feminine. Because we got strong man and feminine. So this has taken over the male and feminine side of somebody, okay? So this has taken somebody over for reals. And it's made them go silent. Okay, so this person won't talk because of this thing inside of them. Okay? So, this magician, it's made this person go really shy. All right? This thing is now burning out. Right? Like, things only have so much time. Okay? I often talk about bed bugs, mosquitoes. What else did I figure out sucked blood? Vampire bats. These creatures, they only consume blood. You cannot get them... and I've even talked to extermination guys and stuff. Like, some insects you can't get with bait unless it's blood. They're not interested in anything else. They don't fucking care about anything else. They want blood, okay? And if they don't get it, right? So I think one thing was 10 months. A mosquito can only last I don't know. I only looked up how long a bed bug can last without blood. Because they were the major ones. Bed bugs are the ones that hit, apartment buildings. When bed bugs hit, it's like a pandemic, man. It's worse than roaches. I can't say that it's worse than rats, but it's on the same scale. Because rats bite, right? Rats will attack you if they're big enough and scary enough, okay? So you have to think about things that inhabit residential areas and take you down. Those are all demonic presences, because they can latch onto a building, and think of all those people in a building, hundreds of people in a building, right? And that demon gets a hold of that. Okay, so there was this hotel I worked at a couple years ago, and when I went to the building to have my interview, I was late. I didn't even fucking want to be there. I was like, this fucking cunt's not going to hire me. I know it. I walk in late. She's on the phone. I sit down. I waited 5 minutes. We had the best conversation. She hires me. Couldn't even fucking believe it. I'm like, are you kidding? And then I realized why. So when I'm in there for I think I only worked 4 or 5 shifts. I didn't work very much. I was part-time anyway, so I didn't work very much. But then when that resort hotel appeared to me in my dreams, there was a giant demon hugging the side of the building, holding on for dear life. And I tried to get him off the building. Like, the guy who owned this building owns the hockey team here as well. So he has a lot of money. This family has a lot of money. They own quite a lot of hotels, and they own the hockey team. So I was like, okay, I can get rid of one demon for him, okay? If I'm gonna work here, there's no fucking way I'm working with this thing on the building. So it took me 2 or 3 nights to get this demon off the building, and then I was fired. This chick came out of nowhere that I had worked with for like 24 hours at another place, and she took my job. Like, just like that. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't fuck around. It was literally, that's how a lot of things go. Like, if you get fucked over and you know you get fucked over, it's because a demon wants to do that job. And if you don't work with him, then they kick you out so then they can bring in somebody to work with instead. Right? And there's natural people, like, if you have a demon on your back, he's not going to share you with anybody. So you're fucked right there. Well, actually, you're kind of safe at that point. In regards to, like, he'll just direct you wherever you need to go, right? But you won't get attacked by anything else because he's already on you. If you have nothing on your back, but you have this sponge because you have a light, what anybody's going to try to do is they're going to try to crush that light on you. So then you don't shine bright so nobody finds you, right? So consider this your lucky penny day, okay? You know when they say you find a lucky penny, make a wish, and then you give it away? Right? Because you're not supposed to keep it. Put it that way. This demon wasn't allowed to keep you. So he only had this certain amount of time to work with you. And then he has to give you, you have to be free after a while, right? Like that's in a movie. Oh my God. Okay, so this movie that I watched, it's called Amulet. And it's fucked. It's so fucked. It's literally about a demon going into a person, taking over their entire body so the demon can live, and then the demon needs like, a helper. He needs somebody that's like gonna feed him and change him and clean him up and shit. So then this woman takes care of him, and then she's promised like everlasting life as long as she takes care of the demon for this certain amount of time. Like, that's the thing is I mean, even demons, I'm starting to think that demons got to give shit back too. The way that some of these readings come out, I'm like, how are you supposed to get that back? Like, the universe isn't just going to cultivate another way for you to get it back. You've got to get back what was taken, and then the world has to, or then, the seed has to clean itself off and, manifest back into your life. But I've been trying to figure out how this all works because I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I just have the answers for what the fuck. And okay, yes, it's true. But somebody definitely, when you look in the mirror, you don't see what's you. And that you can actually look that up if you feel like that's you. I did a consultation with a woman who believed it's like monsterism or something it's called. She was diagnosed with it from a psychiatric ward. And the thing is that by the end of the reading with her, she knew that she was the one that was going to have to get rid of this thing in the mirror. She had to stop looking at it. And she wouldn't, because she wants to be in distress. And her husband realized that pretty quickly after he married her, that she wants to be in distress because she's constantly in some type of PTSD, which I couldn't get down to. Like, if we had continued our sessions, I probably would have figured out that there's some type of massive trauma inside of her, and that's why she sees herself as deformed, right? She's not deformed. She knows she's pretty. And that's the thing. She takes all these selfies and she puts them up on media and shit, and I'm like, how can you say that you're feeling so good today and then come and see me and say you fucking hate yourself? Like, that's I just threw my wand. That's like, how hypocritical are you? Like, you can't do that. Do you know that people actually suffer under some of these things, under some of these spells and curses and hexes that other people have put onto them, and the dysmorphia they feel about themselves? And here you are mocking it because you know you want to have special treatment for everybody? Like, I'm just like, man, like some people really know how to work the system, right? And they know what they're doing. And like other people get trapped in the jaws of things and they have no idea what's going on because there's these fake fucking actors and actresses all around fucking acting like they can't handle anything. Like, when they can't. Like, my aunt can't handle a single thing. She says she can't. And then I was thinking last night, so she has a pill for like every mood she's in because she can't handle her moods, all right? She says she's a balanced, healthy woman and then takes 15 pills a day. I'm like, yo, you need help. No, I don't. I'm fine. This is what my doctor says I need. Why would you want to be on that many fucking pills a day? Like, she's on a pill for like I said, every hour of the fucking day. And then I realized last night, like, when everybody's around her, she freaks out. Like, she took her medication wrong. One day I was out visiting her. She started punching herself in the face, calling herself an asshole, that she was stupid. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're my aunt. You basically raised me. Like, is this why I treat myself the way that I do? Because you're walking around slapping yourself in the face because you accidentally took a wrong pill? Like, yo, get the fuck over it. Like, fucking laugh about it. Why are you freaking out? Oh, because everybody, when she freaks out, everybody goes running to her. Everybody makes sure that she's okay. And that's the thing, is nobody made sure that she was okay as a kid. So now she makes sure that she puts on the show so everybody comes and walks around and makes sure that she's okay. Because at some point in her life, she wasn't okay. So she repeats those memories in her head every day and distresses. And that's like, that is not healthy, okay? And she knows what she does because the second we try to talk to her about it, she changes the subject, she freaks out, and she walks away. That's somebody in denial, right? So, and that was this girl with this dysmorphia in denial. She knew that she was the one that had to change the course of her life, and she didn't want to. She'd rather take medication. So, and then she was doing shock treatment at the psych ward to wipe her memory. I'm like, what do you mean wipe your memory? Is that what you think shock treatment's gonna do? It's not going to wipe your memory. It's going to fry your brain, but it ain't going to wipe your memory. You're still going to wake up with those nightmares that you do every night because you haven't solved the puzzle. Until you solve the puzzle, you can't be this strong person in your life. And maybe that's what whip the, what is it called? Whip the cracker or crack the whip? Whip the cracker. That's definitely not what it says. Crack the whip. It's almost like you've got to crack the whip now in your life. Like, you've got to take control. If this thing has been taking control of you, okay, this whole time, then now it has no power. Now you've got to take the power back, which means if you're used to being quiet, you need to learn to speak now because this thing isn't going to be stopping you from saying stuff, right? Silence is not golden. All right, silence is golden when somebody doesn't want you speaking. Sure, yeah, somebody tells you to shut the fuck up all the time and not say anything, then yeah, silence is golden for them. But silence isn't golden for you. Okay, you need to preach it. You need to say what's going on. You need to be able to communicate because that's the reason why we have voices, is so then we can communicate. We've evolved this far into life so then there is no more miscommunication. It's pure communication because you know how to say it, right? So this is a free ticket. You're getting into your own show now. You're not going to be on stage now performing for this thing. You're kind of in your own now because it burned out. And everything burns out. That's the thing. It's just a matter of how long it takes to burn out. Like, this channel will burn out. I just don't know when. Why, how, who, when, you know, like, I don't have all the answers, but I know it'll burn out eventually because everything does. So what's burning out now is this demon. You're going to turn your voice on, become the stronger, independent person that you know you can be. You're going to crack the whip. You might even get tattooed up. Yeah, I'm tattooed up. Yeah, you might even get some tattoos. And that's the thing is, like, you know, you might want to get some tattoos that are protective. Do some, you know, do your heritage. Do your research on your heritage, where you come from, some lucky symbols, some safe traveling symbols, some protective shields, spider webs, you know, anything you can tattoo on yourself that will help, A, identify you, and B, help you control and contain your temple. Because that's really important, is knowing how to protect yourself from the ground up and from the light down. So I hope it makes sense, Capricorn. I'm going to peace out and yeah, hope this makes sense. Hope it resonates. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Peace out and love each other.